So guys, I'm planning to invest about 15 to 20 lakh rupees in a few stocks, and I thought why not I make a short video about that, not to give any kind of a stock recommendation as such, but to just describe my thought process, right? So if you understand my thought process, you can use some of those ideas, some of those elements in your own investment decision making, right? So that's the intent of this video. But let me first start with which stocks I am investing in. So I'm investing in 4 FMCG companies: Hindustan Unilever, Nestle, Britannia and Marico. And unlike my core portfolio, which I intend to hold for 5 years, 10 years and 15 years, I plan to hold this investment for maybe a couple of years, let's say 2 to 3 years. Right? This is going to be a short-term investment. Now let me tell you about the thought process, and I will start with first of all the rationale of investing. Right? Now the first thing I consider before investing in any company or any stock is to consider the scenario or consider the likelihood that can the stock go down 50%, 60% or even more than that, right? Now, nobody knows with certainty what is going to happen in future, right? I mean, anything can happen. But FMCG is considered as a defensive sector, right? Because no matter what happens to the economy, people are still going to take a bath. They will still use soap. They will still use shampoo. People will still brush their teeth. People will still eat Maggi. People will still, use hair oil, right? So FMCG is a sector which will always have demand. So my investment is not going to be in jeopardy, right? That's like the first consideration that I made. Now the second reason for this investment is sector rotation. Now sector rotation is a very powerful concept in investing. So what is sector rotation? Sector rotation basically means that some sectors go into the favor and some sectors go out of favor during the business cycle, right? So as of now, as we speak, the real estate sector is in favor and FMCG sector is out of favor. So the concept behind sector rotation based investing is that you figure out that sector which is going out of favor and accumulate those stocks when they are out of favor, and then when they go back into the favor, when they go back into the rotation, then you can use that opportunity to sell these stocks at a higher price, right? So you can see here, right here, that the FMCG sector is coming under pressure. All the FMCG stocks, Nestle, Hindustan Unilever, Britannia, Marico, Godrej, Colgate Palmolive, right? So all these FMCG stocks are coming down. So clearly it is not a problem with one specific company. It is just that the whole sector is getting out of favor, and I'm using this opportunity to accumulate the shares of this sector. Now the third and the most important reason that I'm making this investment is because of my opportunity cost. Now let me explain that, because that is going to be important. So when I looked at the amount that I have with me, some 15-20 lakh rupees, I began to think, okay, where can I put this money? Right? So broadly speaking, let's say I have 3 broad choices, 3 obvious choices. One, I can put this money in a fixed deposit. Second, I can put this money in some debt mutual funds. Or third, I can put this money in equity, that is stocks. So with fixed deposits, as you guys know, that the rate of interest is not very high. We are barely getting 5%. And on top of that, when you pay the taxes and everything else, the net return that we are making from the fixed deposit is not even able to cross the inflation rate, right? So I'm basically losing money whenever I'm putting my money in a fixed deposit. So even though I like fixed deposit to a certain extent, I don't want to go too much into fixed deposit because they start eating into my profitability. Now the second option that I had was to put my money in debt mutual funds, where I can get, let's say, about 8% or so. Now for me, I'm already invested first of all in debt mutual funds, and there is one challenge with some of the mutual funds that I want to invest in, which is not there if I want to invest my money in equity, right? So what is the challenge? I will explain that in a minute. So I rejected fixed deposits, I rejected the debt mutual funds, and I went for equity. Now within equity, why am I not investing in some mutual funds? Why am I not investing in, let's say, Nifty Bs or Junior Bs? Well, for me right now, I'm looking for a reasonable margin of safety, right? So what is margin of safety? Well, just Google this phrase, margin of safety, along with Benjamin Graham, and you will understand the whole concept behind margin of safety, and you will really learn a lot. The essential idea behind margin of safety is that you buy something very, very cheap or as cheap as possible, so that in case things go wrong in your investment, you don't incur a big loss, right? So for me, if I have to buy Nifty, for example, I'm still very close to the all-time highs, and if there is any deeper correction, then my investments can get into trouble. Whereas for the FMCG stocks, they have already corrected reasonably. So for me, it made more sense to invest in these stocks. Okay, so with that said, what is that I'm expecting from this investment? Am I expecting it to go up 100%, 200% or 5 times or 10 times? No. In fact, my expectation is that if these stocks in the next couple of years, even if they go up 10 to 20% from the current level, means if all they have to do is just go back to their previous highs, right? So Hindustan Unilever, for example, here, if it just goes back to its all-time high, which is 20% from here, I will be more than happy with it, right? So I'm not expecting a very high return. Why is that? Because I'm going to be using this investment, this 15 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees, to put them as a collateral to gain the margin for my trading, right? So that is my ulterior motive behind this investment, even though I'm expecting this investment to do good. But what I know for certainty is that if I can use this capital for my trading purpose by just, using them as a collateral, then I know with certainty with my strategies that I have, I can at least generate, let's say 10% in a year. So, right, so that is the core reason why I'm investing in these stocks. And the debt mutual funds, which I talked about earlier, some of the debt mutual funds that I like, they are actually not eligible for being put as collateral, right? That's very unfortunate. I don't know why some of these brokers, they don't allow those mutual funds, but that has been the challenge. Otherwise, I would have put my money in the debt mutual funds also. Now, how exactly will I approach this? So whenever I'm investing, I don't invest in lump sum. I always go with, smaller chunks. So I started this investment from Friday. So I bought 2 lakh rupees worth of shares, and then in the next, let's say a couple of months, I will keep accumulating these shares so that my average acquisition price becomes much more reasonable, right? That's what I'm planning to do. I don't know the exact amount. It can be 15 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees, depending on my conviction. And I am not 100% sure about the allocation also, right? How much will I give to Nestle versus how much will I give to Hindustan Unilever? But that is something which is more of a tactical decision, which I will take as I go along. But guys, this is basically what I wanted to share with you guys, that sometimes we see investments from a pure investment perspective, but as a trader, sometimes you have to think from different perspectives, and that is what I intended to share. Now, there is one last thing which I will tell, which I most likely will not do, but that is also a point of view which you should keep in mind, that if you have, let's say, a reasonable investment in a stock, you can also use strategies such as covered calls, by which you can generate some rental income from your investment, right? So now I don't want to do covered calls as such, but that is another consideration which you should keep in mind, right? So guys, this is it. This is basically what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope this will give you some ideas about how to approach your next investment decisions.